Jim.
Getting back to the Ben Rhodes, Susan Rice prep call email, the House Oversight Committee hearing on this morning, and the chairman, Darrell Issa, said, quote, "It's disturbing and perhaps criminal that documents like these were hidden by the Obama administration." What's your response?
What we have seen since hours after the attack, beginning with a statement by the Republican nominee for president, is an attempt by Republicans to politicize a tragedy. And that continues today and yesterday.
November of 2012, the president said, "I think it's important to find out what happened in Benghazi, and I'm happy to cooperate in any ways that Congress wants. We have provided every bit of information that we have."
Right.
That email was not provided.
Like so many of the conspiracy theories that have been promulgated by Republicans from the beginning of this one turned out to be bogus. Right? The documents released through a FOIA request by the State Department that include the email that you're talking about are explicitly about the broader areas, separate from the attack on Benghazi.
But they go to talking points. It talks about the goal being to underscore that these protests are rooted in an internet video.
I'm sorry, did you say protests? You said protests, right? So that is, read the talking. They are about, there's a Q&A about the protests happening in Tunis, in Khartoum, in Cairo, everywhere.
But at that time, that was this administration's explanation as to what happened.
That language comes from the CIA-produced talking points that have been the focus of discussion now for some time. That produced another dry hole in the effort to prove a conspiracy by Republicans. Conspiracy theory that turned out not to be true.
So all of this is politically motivated.
All of what?
All of these questions, the fact that these questions are contaminated. At this point,
when Darrell Issa gets up and says what he said today, I don't know, you guys be the judge.
All right, let me ask you, does the White House have a firm understanding of what happened to those Americans that night?
There is an active investigation to find the people responsible. There is an active investigation into the details. There was the answer broadly is
18 months ago. There's still no firm grasp as to what happened. I'm just asking.
No, I think that many.
Was it a video? Was it protests?
You should ask the intelligence community what their current assessment of what happened. What hasn't changed has been the effort by Republicans to claim a conspiracy when they haven't been able to find one. Is what Ambassador Rice used.
So it's not about Benghazi. Why turn it over in a Benghazi suit? It seems
you would have to ask State Department about their process for responding to FOIA requests. This is a conspiracy theory in search of a conspiracy.
The conservative group comes in and says, we want Benghazi documents. The administration says, this is not a Benghazi document, so we're not turning it over, right?
Again, I don't, this is a State Department FOIA request response. Yeah, but again, whether it was released Monday or a week ago Monday or whatever, it doesn't change the fundamental facts about the so-called talking points, which, despite great efforts by your news organization and others, have been, proven not to be a conspiracy.
Darrell Issa, retired Brigadier General Robert Lovell, testified today. He was at AFRICON. I have no idea if he's Democrat, Republican, Independent. Testified under oath that by 3:15 a.m. after the 9/11 2012 attack, they dismissed the video and very quickly identified this as a terror attack. By 3:15 a.m., he testifies under oath. In light of that, why on 9/14, 2.5 days later, was Ben Rhodes writing an email about the general state of affairs, as you say, highlighting the video and not highlighting terror?
Ed, the email was about protests around the region. If you want to tell me today that the protests, right? and then again,
a lot of places, but Benghazi was part of it, right?
Right, and I would refer you to the CIA-produced talking points on that.
On 9/12, you were asked about Benghazi and whether it was premeditated, and you said, quote, "It's too early for us to make that judgment. I know that this is being investigated. We're working with the Libyan government to investigate the incident." So you were being cautious. You're saying there's an investigation here. That's 9/12. Why then on 9/14 is Ben Rhodes writing an email that is making judgments that this was inspired by a video? Why is it not, hey, we just don't
Ed,
know, we're investigating it?
Do you
Why not
need a
say that?
copy of the CIA talking
I've
points?
seen
'Cause
them,
I
and you can read them
to
out
you.
all you want. Go ahead.
Mr. Nolan.
And yet, you've got the House Majority Leader today going on Twitter saying it's time for the White House to come clean on Benghazi and urging his followers to retweet his Twitter.
Well, as a representation of the superficiality of the partisan attack, I think you've made a good point. All in pursuit of clearly partisan agenda, because the conspiracy theories keep falling apart, right?
So you believe the White House has been as forthcoming and open as it can be on this issue?
I really don't know how to answer that.